Good afternoon, it's Liam here with the MU review for Manchester United's 1-0 victory over Aston Villa in the Premier League. And before we start, I think we should all just take a moment to have a bit of silence, maybe, just a quick moment of silence, a few seconds, for Aston Villa Football Club and their fans, because I bitch a lot about being a United fan this season, about the slow play, about the frustration, about the constantly poor performances, the nil-nil draws. Being an Aston Villa fan, miles worse. Their club is a mess from top to bottom in ways that Manchester United, I hope, never will be. And they're going down thanks to this defeat that they got against us today. And I don't see them coming back up anytime soon. They need to sort themselves out. They're going to miss out on all the big payments from the TV deal next year, along with the other two unlucky clubs that choose this year of all years to go down. I'm looking at you, Sunderland and Newcastle. And it's a real shame. They're a club that they're one of only, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but maybe 5 or 6 English teams to have ever won the European Cup. I mean, there's us, there's Liverpool, there's Chelsea, there's Forest. Is that it? And then Villa. Is that it? Am I missing somebody? I don't think I am. One of 5 teams, one of 5 English teams to have won the European Cup / Champions League, and they're in the second division now. I mean, Nottingham Forest have been there for ages, so we've sort of gotten used to it. But that's just it's a reality check that a club as big as Aston Villa, can miss out on Premier League status to clubs like Bournemouth and Norwich, clubs that have never been even near the Champions League. So it just puts it all into perspective, and I just want to extend my commiserations to any Villa fans. They were singing right till the end. Great spirit. Still turned out in massive numbers, despite the fact that they were about to watch their team get relegated. Amazingly, they didn't see their team get dicked because United were pretty shit as well. But, that's by the by. Villa are absolutely wank. They're one of the worst teams I've ever seen in the Premier League. And yet we still made them look half decent. In fact, we got a bit lucky towards the end there. And that just kind of highlights our confidence levels this season. Even leading 1-0 against the worst team in the division by a mile. At home, we still almost didn't win the game. So, I mean, read into that all you want. I'm just happy we got the 3 points. With City playing away at Stamford Bridge later, you do hope that Chelsea can at least take a couple of points off them and put us back within striking distance. Top 4 is not over. I don't think we're going to get it. I've said that in my previous videos. I think we're just not good enough, and to be fair, I don't think we deserve top 4. We're not one of the 4 best teams in England, so naturally, I don't think we deserve to be in the top 4, but my God, I will take it. I will absolutely bite your hand off if you offer that to me. But yeah, I mean, Villa were terrible. They're just a terrible team. We made them look good at times, by bending over backwards for them. But we got the goal in the first half, and it was Marcus Rashford again. I mean, a brilliant pass from Wayne Rooney, who had a fantastic performance in the first half. Looked a bit tired in the second half, as to be expected after being out for 2 months. But yeah, Rooney was involved in the goal, played the ball out to Valencia. Valencia puts it in, and Rashford, I think they said it's his 7th goal in 12 games. Absolutely amazing, You wonder what could happen to him in the future, if he's going to be a one-season wonder, if this really is, is he our Harry Kane? So we'll have to see how that develops. It'll be interesting to see what Van Gaal or the new manager does in the summer, whether they keep him on or whether they try and loan him out to get him, guaranteed first-team football, because I can't imagine us not signing a new striker this summer, given the fact that our top goal scorer, Anthony Martial, playing from left wing, has got 8 goals in the Premier League this season. We need a prolific goal scorer if we're going to do anything in the Premier League next year. So that might push him to the periphery a bit, which may mean that a loan move might be appealing for him. But anyway, that being said, came out in the second half and quite good for the first, for half an hour. It was very, relaxed sort of environment, decent game, playing some decent football. Almost caught them out with a couple of corner kick routines. And we should have put them away, really. The fact that in the last 20 minutes or so, Villa really put us on the ropes because they got a bit of wind in their sails. And I for the love of God, when Rudy Gested came on, I sort of said to myself, it would be typical for a team that is going down anyway to take 2 points of us, even though it doesn't matter, even though they will still be relegated with a draw. It would be just typical for us to draw at home to Aston Villa. And fuck me if they didn't, deserve it in the end. Rudy Gested should have scored twice in about 3 minutes. Daley Blind made an incredible clearance, practically on the goal line. It wasn't even, it was a tackle. He stopped Gested from touching the ball 2 yards from goal and tapping it in. And then from the resulting corner after a botched clearance from Rojo, Gested hits a decent volley against the post. I mean, Rudy Gested's a decent player. That's one thing I've gotten from this. But the fact what were we doing defensively? What is going on at this stage when we could be 1-0 up at home against one of the worst teams in the Premier League and still almost bottle it, and whatever, we got the 3 points. That's what I'm happy about. I'm just going to kind of take the positives, watch the Chelsea City game, hope that Chelsea do us a favour. But when have Chelsea ever done us any fucking favours? Honestly, they'll probably roll over and lose 4-0. But anyway, with that being said, the win's the win. We've got the 3 points. We just need to be more clinical, going into these next few games. We're playing Palace on Wednesday, which is a very, very winnable game. But my God, if we won all of our winnable games, we'd have won the Premier League. We've made a habit out of not winning winnable games. And so we need to go in on Wednesday, obviously with the FA Cup semi-final coming up, and we need to focus on getting 3 points and going into Wembley on the back of a winning streak and getting ourselves to the FA Cup final, and maybe even getting ourselves in the top 4. Newcastle won today. I'm not saying they're going to beat City on Tuesday, but potentially, if City lose their next 2 games or even draw their next 2 games or whatever, both away from home, we could go into this Palace game on Wednesday in a position where winning will take us into 4th. And then once we're in 4th with no games in hand or none of that bollocks going on, it's in our own hands. Not saying that we won't let it slip, but that it's possible. So we're just going to have to hope at this point. I'm not putting any stock in anyone who says that we are going to get it. I believe it's possible. It is still on the table, but judging by what I've seen this season, I would be very surprised if we did actually nick 4th place. And that being said, it would just be the worst situation. I would rather finish 7th than have a scenario where we finish 4th and Liverpool and City, of all teams, win both European competitions and bump us out of the Champions League. If that happens, hang me. Seriously. I don't want to live anymore. Send me to whatever planet Luke Skywalker fucked off to after he failed in training the next generation of Jedi, because that's how Louis Van Gaal should feel. That's how I would feel as a fan. And just, I don't even want to think about it. I mean, if City win the Champions League, then I'm a herring, I'm probably going to regret that, but they got Real Madrid to get through, and then they've got to win the final itself. So, I don't want to think about that scenario. I'm just not going to think about that scenario. My man of the match, Marcus Rashford. What more can I say about the guy? He's had my man of the match, just my man of the match. He's had it 5 times since he debuted, and that was 2 months ago. 5 times in 10 games, probably, maybe less. Absolutely unbelievable. And I hope that he goes from strength to strength. I hope that he becomes the prolific goal scorer. Because, to be honest, if he's got 7 in 12 over a 39-game season, if he keeps up that strike rate, that's 20-plus goals a season. That's what we need. We need a 20-plus goal a season striker. So if he can, stay injury-free, stay fit, I don't think he should go to the Euros, but, you never know. If he keeps up this form, he might go with Vardy and Kane. Saido Berahino missed 2 bloody penalties today, so there's no way he's getting on the plane. It's really up there for anyone to take. But, if he can get a decent summer holiday, come back strong next season, stay injury-free, maybe he could lead the line. Maybe he could be the man. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching the review. I'm back on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll be talking about another victory. Hopefully I'll be talking about one that was a bit more convincing and a little less laughable than this one. But we got the 3 points, 2 1-0 victories over Villa this season. Didn't say it had to be pretty, but it's effective. Thanks for watching.